So you got yourself an ag multi-trailer. What's the first thing you do when you get it home? If you said load bales on it, move hay, wrong answer. The first thing we want to do is grease our trailer. Maintenance is very important, and it's going to keep this trailer on your farm and functioning for a long time. Remember, this trailer has a lot of moving pieces to it, right? When you transfer from flatbed mode to hay mode, there's a lot of stuff that pivots, there's a lot of stuff that moves. We want to make sure all those things can move smoothly and make sure that we don't let anything get rusty, because everything on here has a 360-degree surface that's meeting with another surface. If moisture gets in there, rust is going to happen. If rust happens, it's not just going to happen in one spot. It's eventually going to get all the way around it, and it'll make it to where you won't be able to use your trailer. To attempt to make this a little easier for you, I'm going to kind of point to all the grease zerks. So on this arm that goes up, that holds your bales on or that dumps your bales off, this has 10 grease zerks. And basically each of these collars that hold the pipe inside of it, those all have a grease zerk. So there's one right here at the front, right here. And then we have one here. We have two right next to the hydraulic cylinder here because it's kind of boxed in. We have one more right here midway down. One more down here. Two more down here because, again, we have a hydraulic cylinder that actually lifts these arms up. So one on each side of it. We have one at the very end right there. And then we have one more right here at the very, very end. Now, the last one you're going to have to do on this part is the swivel. This allows you to open your gates, right? So you can swing this out. There's one on it as well. So a total of 11, but 10 specifically for this part to come up and down. The safety locks have 6 grease zerks on each safety lock bar. The first one is located in the very front in the very corner of the trailer. Then you have two more, again, one on each side of this hydraulic cylinder. Go down a little farther, you're going to have one midway down right where this light's at, directly behind it. And then you're going to have two more at the very end of that run where your last safety lock is for this hydraulic cylinder. I'm going to show you the grease zerks on the ramp in the up position and the down position. That way you can see them from both angles and have an easier way to locate them. Now, first and foremost, you got all these right here across the back. They are all very simple to find, and there's nothing special about them. You're going to notice that when the ramp is down, they're in opposite positions, except for the ones that actually stay with the main frame of the trailer. The ramp has a few extra grease points just because the very back where the center section folds up to make it an inline bale trailer, we need to grease that as well. I'm going to show you from underneath what it looks like, but I'm also going to show you from above, again, just to make it simple for you to see them and understand where they're at. When you flip the ramp down, it is very easy to access all of them. But again, I really strongly encourage you to grease them both in the stored position like they are when the ramp is down, but also when in the up position, like when we have the center sections up to turn this into an inline bale trailer. I'm going to flip this up to hay mode just because it's going to make it much easier for you to see these grease points. Now, once you have this up, you can actually see under here really well. Now, from above, this is what your grease points are going to look like. You got one here, you got one right there, and you got one more right here. These grease points are for your bar that actually holds this back part up. Highly unlikely you're ever going to use this part, the manual jack. However, there's a pivot right there. Make sure you grease that just to make sure that if you ever do have to use it, it's not going to be seized up. Each jack has 2 grease points on it. Very simple, easy to get to. Slightly more difficult on the passenger side because the pump is over there, but still easily accessible. Make sure you grease the hinges on your box up here in the front where all your controls are. You can see there's not a lot left in this grease gun, and you can see 2 empty tubes in my hand. It did take almost 3 tubes of grease. Now, this is the first time that this trailer has been greased. After this, it should take a lot less, but again, we want to make sure that we get everything covered and we're not going to have anything that's going to rust on us. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please give us a call. We will gladly walk you through anything we can.